Welcome to the Peaches and Show.
Hello and welcome to Peaches and Cream. He's Peaches and I'm Cream.
Good job.
I felt like that was the most radio host I've ever been in my life.
Now coming up on our program, no. Like you said, I'm Peaches. What's up? I don't know how to do it if I don't intro. I don't know where to go.
Awkward.
I don't know where to go from here.
You took my power. I don't know what to do.
Now it's just going to be the Cream Show. Sounds like a porno site.
Isn't it always the Cream Show? Oh, in your face. And in your face. It's a double entendre.
Spell it.
Cream. Entendre?
Yeah.
E-N.
Wrong.
I don't think... What? No.
Huh?
No, it is right.
No, I don't know. I don't know how to spell it. I was trying to learn.
That's a horrible way to learn. But you
This is off to an amazing start
your
already.
first grade teacher loved you. Okay, now you spell cat by going C-A... Wrong! Mr.
C-O-T.
C-O... No, you don't even give a better explanation. Like,
I could have done it better. Let me try that again.
No, not even that. You just say wrong. You don't try and spell it for yourself.
Wrong. I should have been like, actually, Mrs. Debbie.
Trolling people since you were fucking...
It's spelled K-A-T. Cat.
You dumb bitch.
The fuck did you get your degree from?
I don't know why I like that so much.
I was going to make an internet joke, but
The
it wasn't
fuck
around
you-
back then.
Where the fuck did you go to school? I'd like to go to that place.
My mustache is all wiggly.
Except not really. I learned sarcasm by the age of 6.
Whoop-de-doo. So this will be 45 minutes of straight this. Nah, we actually have a topic. Oh, shout-outs.
Oh, shout out to Ryan. Today's graduation party. Which is, we're at the location right now.
An hour before
the party
Because we
starts.
planned well.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah, shout out Ryan, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of the most loyal dudes I know. And you know.
This is true.
It's true. Most loyal
These are
friend.
facts.
Fucking love that man.
Love him. A little too much.
Let's give him a little kiss.
So what's our topic today, Mr. Cream? That was me being a radio guy.
A radio. Like, what did you say? You sent me a text about.
Do you want me to? Okay, I'll say it.
No, because it's in your head. You sent me the text and it was like, great, love it. Another generic compliment. Go ahead.
Is that what you think of me? It's just generic?
Uh-huh.
You asshole.
That's
Why
why
do
I
you
picked
even-
you to be my co-host so you wouldn't outshine me.
That is messed up. I like how
Don't you love how fast I got that
I
out?
love how you have I love Jacqueline in there.
Why
In your little notebook.
Why? Come on. Why you telling my? Come on.
That's my nickname.
I'm gonna tell your secrets.
Alright, so the topic for today is why we believe that being a nerd is becoming more... I'm just like doing an awkward just staring at you.
I know. I was just
Why it seems that being a nerd is becoming more mainstream.
Because I forgot. I'm sorry. The reason I was looking at you like that was because I semi-forgot.
I thought you were trying to like send me a signal.
No, I semi-forget. That awkward look was like I semi-forgot. So this is me. That was like me like hearing for the first time what it was and trying to mentally prepare myself for anything.
Once
I knew it was
again,
something about nerds
yeah,
and culture.
Why we believe that nerds are becoming more. I used the quotes. I couldn't come up with a better word than mainstream.
I might play devil's advocate for some of this.
My head itches.
What? Did he say?
So yeah, that's what we are
Talking about.
We're very excited.
Timestamp.
Timestamp.
We're starting. Yeah. All right. So.
It's like we don't even know what we're talking about.
Too much enthusiasm, or just like it just sounds like bullshit.
It's like, oh man, that yeah.
Sing us in. But Big Bang Theory. I was gonna bring that up because like
Yeah, you go first because I got plenty to talk about. So.
Okay. And I guess I also have to mention Comic-Con and the bastardization of, or what people believe is a bastardization of Comic-Con. But anyway,
Bigga Bang.
Bigga Bang. Yeah, the Big Bang Theory. I was with Lewis at work the other day, and he was just saying like, and I don't know if this is true. I felt like it wasn't. He was saying like Big Bang was like the first show with like. Can't remember. He was just saying the first show with like nerds that was popular, like just like the first show to do like nerdy, like have nerdy guys that way. And I was like,
I don't know if it was the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I can't. Nothing comes to mind.
I remember to, like, the only thing that like comes to my mind is like Revenge of the Nerds.
But that's a movie. Yeah, and like even and I was like, he was like, that's why it's so popular. And
maybe something on the first of its kind on like a primetime network.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like like on CBS as opposed to maybe like a cable like G4 doesn't have one, but if it was like on G4, you know what I mean?
But I was gonna say like.
And to have it as popular as it is, I think is the main reason.
But he was saying that might be the reason that it's popular. And I was like, I believe that it was something else. Like, because I don't watch the show.
I'm an avid watcher of the show.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. I've seen more than a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Like if it's on back when I used to just like have TV on when I come home from work, I'd watch like TBS picked up like syndication rights, so they just have like a marathon like felt like every day.
Right.
The week of that
they play
every
it a lot.
weekday. And I would just like watch it and be like, oh, that's just pretty funny.
They play that in the office a lot. But yeah, I mean like I enjoy it because and I think it's funny because it is about nerds and like it's funny. I don't know if it's as funny to everybody as it is to me because I can get
the references
like the nerd jokes. Yeah. Whereas they still and it's funny because they still have jokes that aren't nerd jokes. If that makes sense, and then they still not, slide them in.
Pandering to that specific.
So I mean, it's a big deal. I think it's just that maybe like I felt like more in the first like couple seasons that they were more like nerds,
stereotypical
nerds, and they've kind of grown out. Not that they've like totally changed into like jocks or whatever.
No, but I mean like you're more accustoed to the characters.
Yeah, and I think that could be it.
But I was gonna say that's what well, not that particularly, but like a version of that where like. I think the show is so popular is because they're not just straight up stereotypical nerds.
No, I don't think
like, no. I want to like watch that shit. And then most of the time, those nerd stories like take place in high school where you see them just get like swirlies and shit. Yeah, just like social outcasts. But in this one, it's just like you got guys that are just like you don't have to pity them
because they're successful.
They have somewhat.
It's kind of the
success.
It's like you're It's the whole thing. It's like you're popular in high school. But once you're done with high school, I'm gonna be way richer than you, like have a better life. That's I think they kind of go towards that with that show as well. You know what I mean?
I felt like it was because they weren't stereotypical like just nerds, just like
they were kind of at first.
No, at first, but I mean like it's not like so pathetic to watch. You just get there's like these are like guys just these are adults just like sort of living their lives and they like these specific things and like not even that like they don't seem so socially. I mean like. Raj, of course, but I mean, they don't seem so like socially awkward around women and stuff like that. Where it's just like
not anymore, and that's again
no,
not
but even
anymore.
From like the start,
even in the start, it wasn't like that.
Leonard sort of was, but it's just like towards Penny, right?
Yeah,
I think I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember all the characters.
Yeah, it's Penny.
Yeah, but
she's got the weirdest last name. It's like Kuko or something.
Oh, the actress that plays her, Kaylee
Kuoka.
Cuoco or something like that.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even like he's at first he's like awkward, but I mean, it's just not where he's just like, hi, stay.
Yeah, it's not like quote stereotypical like nerd reaction with a hot woman.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the thing that the Sheldon character is also something that can really, they owes.
I think if it wasn't, it's that like to me, it's that. It's Sheldon is what makes the show. If it wasn't, if that character wasn't on there, it wouldn't be as boring. Because he makes the whole thing go.
I mean, it's
no question.
His character interactions are just like really good and like solid. Like I mean, like because another thing with that character could have easily been like, have made or make or break the show.
Yeah, I get. I agree.
It's just like a good thing. Like they got like the right actor with what's his name? Is it Jim Parsons?
Yeah, Jim Parsons.
Is that the name of the guy that plays Sheldon?
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure.
What the fuck was
that?
His
eyes.
Oh, okay. On the K?
Also, went to U of H. Jim Parsons. Just saying.
Who else graduated? Oh, we happen to be at a graduate of U of H's party here.
It's not happening now.
Well, I mean, like, it's gonna happen in, like,
It's got that atmosphere about it though. But I mean,
there's a fucking keg right behind me, just
falling. It's just
falling.
Fucking pen. What was it we were talking about?
Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah, he's
no,
funny.
but I mean, like, yeah, like he could have easily been like that pitiful character.
It could have been.
Or it's just like, fuck, I can't watch this. Like this is so awkward.
I've actually heard people say they're like, I can't stand that guy. I can't watch it.
What?
Yeah, I've heard it, but like I could see it. I can see like if you, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just like, kind of humor. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of humor is. It just like.
Maybe,
because he's like socially awkward, but he doesn't know he's socially awkward.
Yeah, because
he comes off as arrogant about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's
just so honest the whole time. I love it, dude. I don't know,
but I don't know. Like that's just, I don't know why that's weird to me. It's not, and usually I'm not like that. Usually I'm just like, I'm with you. I'm like, yeah, I can get how, but with this one, I really can't see it. And it's not even like I like the character that much or anything like that. Like I said, I'm like a casual viewer of the show. He just seems to be like it. He's not like it's just. I don't want to say perfect, but he's like
pretty. It's just a really good,
flawless.
It's just a really good character.
Yeah,
I mean it's as simple as like that explanation.
But I mean, like, yeah, not everyone's gonna like everything.
Yeah, because the one guy was like, yeah, it's like, oh, that show with that really tall douchebag, and I was just like, he's like, I don't like that.
Like,
guy.
How did he ruin your life?
I was like, it's a fucking TV show. That guy was like a little outspoken, but. I don't know. I mean,
maybe he's just a contrarian. He's just like, it's popular. I hate it.
That's possible.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, and I don't like those people.
Yeah.
You better not be one of those people.
You know I'm not. I'm fucking crusaded for
popularity.
I crusaded for Drake one time.
Yeah, you did.
On this show.
Yeah, that's true. I need a comb.
You crusaded for like LeBron all the time, so.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm not.
Huh?
I know I'm not a contrarian.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not do something just because. I'll find it later. The mustache is bothering me.
You looking for a mustache comb?
Yeah.
You have one of those?
I have like a comb that can comb my mustache. It's not officially.
It's not a mustache comb.
It's not officially called a mustache.
It's just a comb that I just use to comb my mustache.
It's not a mustache comb.
It's like as awesome of a phrase of what is that? Where you have like when you're like a weird spot with like a girl. But it's like you two are like together, but you're not like officially. She's not your girlfriend yet, and it's just like, but you're still sort of like technically you could still like fool around with other girls or anything like that, but she just can't know about it. Yeah. And I love I heard like the perfect phrase for that girl. It's just like, I don't have a girlfriend. I just have a girl who would become very upset if she heard me say that.
Sorry, I'm busy over here.
I know, using your fucking. Sorry, not your mustache comb, just to like he's honestly combing his mustache right now.
It's getting too wily.
I thought you were gonna shave it.
Yeah,
got it.
I got lazy. That happens.
Shaved mine today. I didn't shave it off. I just like trimmed it around. Yeah.
Well, this is what people want to hear about.
Talking about nerds. Nerds have facial hair too.
I know, right?
Are we nerds? Can we call ourselves that?
Should we do that? Is that the next? I was gonna bring that up too.
I don't know.
Can we classify ourselves? Like, what's the classification of a nerd?
Like, you just have to feel... Okay, like, Lewis is the extreme.
Okay. Sorry, Lewis.
No, he's not even the extreme. He's just, like, what comes to mind if you think nerd.
See, I think... Yeah, I mean...
Maybe we're just, like... Okay, we're just fans of, like, certain...
And I think... And I think, like, a lot of people view, like, being a nerd... like
stuff.
Yeah, and I think, like, people view nerds as, like, if you like certain things...
Yeah.
And if you're a fan...
Well, you could be like a nerd about anything. They're like, if you're a sports fan to the point of like most people are, that you're a sports nerd.
I would take that. I'd take that title. I'd probably be a sports nerd.
That's all, but like you take that title so willingly because it's so accepted. It'd be so accepted.
But I mean, like if somebody called me a nerd, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't get upset
because I don't know. Like okay, like I guess you could say the classification is just
because like I get passionate about certain things that I like. Like if I hear like because I told you like before we started, I've just been
talking about comic books for fucking like all the time.
No, or like animated shows that I grew up with that had like spectacular writing, and then like I sort of like think about them, and it's not even it's like with a semi sense of nostalgia, but it's more of like a man that's really fucking good, like what they did. Like if I think about like what Paul Dini's done with. Like fucking Batman.
Bring this up. Let me.
I'm sorry
for the fourth time.
For the fourth time in a row. Or like, but I'm just Like Heart of Ice.
Yeah.
Like how you redefine Mr. Freeze into like this tragic character.
I like how you paused like I was gonna say something.
I thought you were. You did.
When you do that, like when you go on.
These Batman, like you go
when you go like on these Batman tangents. I'm just like just fucking talk because I can talk a little bit, but always I don't want to look like a jackass.
He's your favorite superhero though.
How does it mean like I know everything about him?
He's not my favorite superhero, and I know like.
Yeah, but you're way more into comic books than I am.
Well, I'm into everything.
You're into everything because you're a nerd.
Boom.
Bringing it back. I would say like I don't know. I just feel like.
But I mean like, do you get like that feeling of like? I get like a chill sometimes when I think about like how good something is or how like.
But I would like makes you a nerd.
Well, never mind. I think it's never mind. My chill like that I sort of get. I think it's more of like, since I'm a writer, I'm like, oh my god, I want to do something like that's so amazing. I want to get like I want to do something. You want to do something like that.
I think it's different because it just seems like to me, like and again it's the stereotypical. You know, it's more of like you're a social outcast. That kind of thing, and like you like, and you have like, yeah.
But that's
I don't know. Just hold on.
I'm holding.
Just hold on.
I'm holding.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
All right.
But I'm not chasing Amy.
And I don't get that. But
I don't know.
You totally interrupted my train of thought. I don't even. Okay, so you're social. So I'm using air quotes. I can't see me do air quotes. But like social outcast. You know, you like things that aren't seen. That are seen in a negative light, I guess I would say.
Not negative light, just aren't widely accepted.
I guess that's a better way to say it. Yeah, negative light would be like if you enjoy rape or something. I don't know why that would be. That's the negative light. I'm just saying.
That is.
We do not condone rape on this show.
I'm not that into hentai.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't even know where I'm going anymore. I'm fucking derailed.
Since we're on the topic
this train.
Can we talk about what we talked about in the truck?
Yeah.
People are like, where's this conversation going?
When we find out, we'll let you know.
You still timestamping over there?
I'm trying to guess.
No, because I see you moving the pencil.
Yeah, shut up and just say. Shut up and talk.
Okay, no, it's just... No, fuck it, just tell your thing. Because my thing isn't...
We'll get back to the rape thing later.
You can't just build that up and just go away.
I don't like talking because I don't...
Okay, fine, it'll be a closing statement.
I don't want to talk about it because...
It's funny as fuck.
Oh, it's funny. Okay, give me some time so I can think of how to say it without implicating anybody. I don't want to implicate anybody.
Don't use names, motherfucker.
Alright, fine. I'll do it later.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. That's what in the business is called tease.
A teaser.
It's a teaser.
I'm going to be, what are they going to talk about? This is awful. I'm
going
to screw out around 40 minutes. This is the last 5 minutes.
Just fast
forward.
Go
into dark territory.
Alright. Okay, so I guess we'll get back to the actual topic.
Yeah, okay. So
that I wanted to talk about.
You wanted to, did you have any other...
Yeah, because I was going to say, two of the main reasons I think that...
Like, were you going to bring up any example, like Comic-Con or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll fall under, because actually Big Bang fell under what I was going to talk about.
Okay.
The first thing that came to mind, and the reason I thought of this last night was because on TBS, we were talking about them earlier, they have this King of the Nerd show coming. Where it's,
You texted me about that.
Yeah, and it's just a group, there's like 10 nerds, and they like do like nerd things to battle each other. And
like LARPing and shit?
I don't know what's LARPing.
Live action roleplay when you dress up in like middle.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly one of the things. Yeah. That's exactly what and the other thing is, and like their promo is like them on like hanging onto a controller, and I was just like, it's not that it offends me, it's just like, why is it,
you're like,
why is this like, it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's just like,
no, that's
people
another
accept
reason
this
why.
now?
No, but I was
you know what I mean?
But yeah, it's sort of like,
that's not my reason for why it is, but I was just saying why I thought
it's sort of like the same thing that people accuse like shows like Shaws of Sunset or Jersey Shore or like, you know, certain shows like that. They're just like targeting a demographic to sort of like maybe exploit. But I mean, this isn't a reality show. Like, it's so easy to do like the nerd thing
it's a reality show.
It's a reality show.
Yeah.
Then back to what I aforementioned like previous statement. Show. That's...
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, obviously, I think that was one of the things. I mean, they're just trying to exploit and get a little more exposure.
Okay, then that's, like, a little worse then, because it's just, like, people are just going to tune in and sort of, like, watch these people be, like, their definition of losers.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, and I was gonna say the reason that like I was saying before, Big Bang worked is because like these are adults with like hobbies that they might take seriously,
but they actually have.
But they actually have like they work, they they do like you don't really make fun of them, you don't really pity them to a certain point, I mean, like it's just sort of.
That's what I'm afraid this show is going to be.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be, just from what you said.
Yeah,
like it's going to be them. Like it's going to be like the producers, sort of like, why don't you guys fucking like you guys are having like a dispute right now? Why don't you have one of those? And then he just picks up his phone to look it up. A LARP battle. Whatever the fuck that is, but why
don't you play video games?
I just watched that Darkon movie last night, and I think that was hilarious. So why don't you guys do that?
And just like comments like. This guy over here said Star Trek sucks.
What? No, he said Picard is the superior officer.
There you go. That's a better one. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I think that, and I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna watch it because I don't like reality TV in the first place. But
yeah, like something
it just got me to think. Like
something about it. It's like a bittersweet chocolate to me. It's just like I watch.
Yeah, no,
it's a guilty pleasure. It's just like I watch it and I'm just like why am I like. You feel like you're wasting your life as you're watching it. Because I gotta tell you right now, that show I just mentioned earlier, Shaw's of Sunset, I fucking love it. I wish it was on demand. If it was on demand on Xfinity, I'd just be fucking sailing through episodes. I'd be watching it too much, and I'd just be like, why do I care? Like, it's just like, why are you...
I think a lot of people have that guilty pleasure,
it's just like, why are you having so much fun? Like, watching somebody else, like, live their life and, like with Jersey Shore, that was such a huge thing. And it's just like, what? Like, I know you were totally against it, but it's just like, you watch these people, like, go out and, like, party all night, just... Maybe you live sort of, like, vicariously through them.
Yeah.
You feel like when you're watching them, it's just sort of like... I mean, I don't get the... Like, if you try to explain the appeal, it's just like...
No, I get the appeal of it. It just...
No, I can't explain it.
Like, because to me...
I don't even know why I like it.
It's just like a guilty pleasure. That's how I always describe shit like that, because there's no real way...
But, like, a guilty pleasure to me is something that, like... You totally like it, but you feel like it's unacceptable for you to like it?
Yeah. Which is what that is.
Huh?
I said it's unacceptable that you like that.
No, but I mean, like...
I don't know. It's hard to... I don't know.
I mean, but
I don't
like...
want to get into Jersey Shore in that
regard.
Shit.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's just... Like, there's got to be something about it that you like, but I'm saying I've never been able to explain what it is. Maybe it's because I've never had the experience of just, like, going out to... Yeah, maybe you just want to see people, like, just lose their shit.
I think that's some people
and,
like the
be, like... It's not even, like, for me, it's not even, like, watching them be assholes, because I don't even think they're assholes. It's just, like... Well, some of them, but I mean... You know. But even then, when I think that, it's like, who the fuck am I to pass judgment on someone I don't even fucking know? Like, you only get, like, 1% of, like, their story.
Well, yeah, it could be... Most of it's fake anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, they've proven that, like... Yeah. Certain, like, the past couple
seasons... I like how that I wanted to talk about nerd shit, and we're talking about...
I know. Jersey Shore. No, but I mean, like, we just...
I know, I get that it's... And it's gonna be bad, because...
It comes full circle.
It's... Yeah, I'm just...
No, I was gonna say. By the way, guilty pleasure isn't so much of a bad. Well, never mind. Not to me anymore. I used to like.
Isn't that like a contradiction?
Of oxymoron?
Yeah.
No.
Guilty pleasure is not a bad thing. I don't know. That sounds weird to me.
No, it's just like something you're afraid to share with people.
Yeah.
Like I used to be afraid to share the fact that I like Jesse McCartney and Justin Timberlake music. Did you know
people can like JT? I like JT.
What about Jesse McCartney? I love that you didn't mention him.
I barely know who that is.
Well, I just totally like that dude.
Well, that's fine.
I like this music. I like this music, and I would.
What am I gonna shun you?
No, I know, but I was.
What are you gay? Is that what you want me to do?
No, I don't know.
Is that what you want? I don't know. I'm like yelling now.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was one time where like he had this song "She's No You," and there's this girl in my biology class. She was this was in high school too. She was playing it, and then just like. You know, just singing along and like being really into it, and then like I'm not paying attention. I'm just like working. I have my head down, like just like that, but I just hear it, and I know that song like word for word. And then like I'm like my pencil strokes are like in the same like rhythm as the song, and then I'm like sitting next to like one of my like hugest crushes, and I'm just like start. Like, without even noticing, I'm just like, she's no you. And then, like, everyone stops in my immediate, like, circle, like, at the table that I'm at. And they start looking at me and just, like, singing the song. And then I don't know why you always have to feel like you put up such a big front in high school. I remember they all looked at me, and then I looked up and realized what I was doing, and then I was just like, what did I say? I was just like, what song is this? I've never heard this before in my life. Like the most bullshitty thing I could ever say. Just fucking lost my shit on it, just singing.
That's okay. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Justin McCartney.
Sorry.
He's the voice of. Did you ever play Kingdom Hearts? Second one, he was the voice of Roxas. He's been doing voice acting now.
I'm sure he's doing stuff.
Where the Gonzo, he was in that. He's also the voice of Robin and now Nightwing and Young Justice. I know you've heard Frankie and I talk about that.
Everything you've just mentioned, I've never seen.
I know you've never seen. I'm just talking out of my ass.
No, I mean, and you can. I don't see. Now we're talking about. You can like shit, and it just like.
Now we're on guilty pleasures.
I know, right?
You want to just cut it and go right there?
Who gives a shit?
No, I know but that's the point. I was just saying, like, this was back in high school where you're just like in high school.
I think this is.
They make you feel bad if you're because like the whole high school formula is like everyone's trying to fight to be different, but not too different.
Maybe that's what you did,
huh?
Maybe that's what you did.
No, that's like
no. I was
get
don't get it. No, because like
that's like the classic high school formula.
I think like my attitude now is pretty much the same it was in high school. Like I just like that kind of stuff. I just didn't give a shit about back then. And that's the same way now. And that's why like people. I've been called nerd before, and that's like that's not a bad. Like to me, it's not a bad thing. I'm trying to bring it full circle.
Yeah.
And I've been called that for several reasons, but I mean at the same time, like I was like I like this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what's enjoyable to me. I like Star Wars. I like fucking playing like, my biggest thing, I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Back then. And if I played it now, I'd still probably like it. I just haven't played in forever.
It's a solid game. I never played it in school.
Yeah, I just like, that's one of those things, like, you're playing, like, Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Somebody fucking walked by and they're like, this is fucking nerd playing the card game. I'm like, I'm sorry, am I bothering you? Like... Can you just keep going?
Yeah, but I was never that kid because I was never that kid to like play that school because it was just. I mean, like that just like not even because I was worried about it, but like in my head, I just had like survival instincts for high school. I had thought about high school way differently.
And it's also different.
No, but I mean, like I bet you enjoyed it a lot more because you were able to be yourself.
Yeah, but the thing too is I don't have to worry about like I didn't get bullied. Just because I was bigger than everybody else. And, like, that, I can get that. Like, it's a little skewed for me in that regard, but...
Yeah, somebody walks by, it's like, fucking quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you just stand up, you fucking got something against Yu-Gi-Oh!
I remember, okay, so, I used to have to ride the bus, and there was
the king of games.
Speaking of, okay, so this one guy, like, I remember, and it was, like, the first day back or something, or, like one, like, because I grew, like, 6 inches in, like, one summer. It was their first day back, whatever, and this
classic American summer
for white gangly teenagers, and this one kid. No, I know, because okay, and
we'll just skip over
that. It's because you're black. And this kid was kicking my seat, and like I was just like I kept looking back, and they're like, he's a guy. He wasn't a woman, but he's doing that giggle. They're like giggle, and I was like, was like, really? And he's like, well, I'm not doing anything. And then he just kept kicking, and I just like stood up, and I was like, can you not do that? And he's like, I'm not doing anything. And then I just sat back down. He never did it again.
That's all you have to do half the time.
That's all you have to do is stand up for yourself.
No, it's not even like literally standing up is like one of the most intimidating things you can do in high school.
Yeah.
If somebody's just like.
Fucking pussies.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that I wasn't a pussy. I wouldn't have.
But I mean, after a certain point, you're just like, dude, like because I've had to do that a couple of times. As small as I might have been, like standing up, I learned.
Yeah,
it's just like,
it just makes a huge difference. Yeah,
because it's just like you start thinking about the repercussions of stuff like that. I'm talking about the person that gets like like if I stand up, you're just like you just think like, okay, that's it, I lost. Like this dude, if I keep going, this dude's we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight,
and he's gonna be more angry than I am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like I'm not even that into it, so I might as well just stop.
Exactly.
It's like I don't want to get suspended and go to CEP, and then they induct me into a gang.
I don't want to be a blood.
I don't want to be a blood or a crip. I'm not about that life.
I don't even.
Let's think about
like
this realistically. Guns. And that cop's gonna tase me, and it's gonna fucking hurt.
Is that what goes through your mind?
It used to.
But I would say
no, I'm joking. I was never an asshole that kicked someone's teeth.
Well, yeah, no, I would never. But I wasn't either. I mean, like, obviously, because I was the one. I got picked on. I think that people viewed me as like a nerd. Really? But I don't. But again, I don't.
I think it was the same thing with me. Like I was
more maybe not a nerd, but maybe like an outcast.
Maybe. Well,
that's how I was probably seen.
I was gonna say I wasn't shy about like the things I like, but I wouldn't just be all in your face about it. Because some of those like I'm gonna do air quotes for this, like nerdy kids that we had at our high school. They were just like they'd be out just like quoting this shit, just like. You know, having like fake battles in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
And then I'm just walking by like, ugh, why would you? Like, why?
How would you do that?
Well, like, why do that to yourself? There are people around, like, they're gonna remember you. Like, forever. You're gonna be that kid, and then, like, when someone starts fucking with you, people are gonna be like, yeah, he knew it was, like, what? Like, you know, they're not gonna feel bad. They're just gonna be like, you know, he's like he's nice and everything, but he's just sort of, you know, he's sort of, yeah. Got that totally from home movies.
Nice.
But, like, you know, I mean, like, I liked anime back then and stuff like that because it's what I grew up with. And I liked, you know, I still like comic books and stuff like that. But I mean, like, I would only ever talk about it if it came up in conversation.
Right.
And, like, I think maybe, I can't tell if I was also viewed as a nerd. I was over anything. I was viewed as, like, a quiet kid by, like, most of my classmates.
I was as well.
Yeah, but my friends, like, knew, like, I was the loudest motherfucker out there.
Yeah.
Like, if you knew me.
I would see the friends that I had back then all loved this. Like, they were in the same shit I was.
Yeah.
So I didn't, and it's like I said, I just didn't, I mean, like, it wasn't, like, the best of times, but at the end of the day, I didn't give a shit what they thought of me. Like, if that makes sense.
I
like,
get that, yeah.
I don't know.
Me, I think I always had, like, that slight guard up.
Well, like, I would say, like,
but I mean, like,
I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you, but I would say that's a lot. I mean, like, I would get that. I would have those feelings, but at the end, you know, at the end of the day,
back, I would probably say that though. I mean, like, not like at that age, and especially with all this shit that goes on in high school, that is better than what I was doing. But I mean, like, it wasn't like so intentional that I was just like, I felt like it was leading the second life or something like that.
Yeah.
I just
don't get me wrong. I wasn't wearing like fucking capes to school or something.
I know,
but
I think I remember you in school.
Because like I don't remember you at all.
No, I think I would maybe see you just because you were in ROTC.
Because I don't know. I don't know. What was I trying to say? I don't remember. I'm completely
this is like some
blank.
chicken soup for the soul type shit right now.
I know. I was gonna say something else too. 30.
Okay.
Fucking A. I just went totally blank.
We were talking about, like, you weren't wearing capes is what you were saying.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't wear capes, and, like, when I wasn't around my friends, I wasn't, like, sitting in the corner playing Magic against myself. I just kept to myself is how I was, like I said, maybe not like a nerd, but more like an outcast. Yeah. A loner, if you will. Which, I didn't give a shit.
But, like, not to, like, pariah status.
No. Yeah. No, not where I was like, look at me, I'm a loner. You know what I mean? I wasn't
like, fuck that dude.
Yeah. I did my own thing. That's what I did.
No, I mean, I did.
And I still had friends and stuff, and I would go hang out and stuff. I just didn't do it in class. I still, like, I still don't do it in class.
I never talk in class. Not because I was, like, timid or anything, or shit like that. It's just, like, you know, like, why even bother trying to talk in fucking class? Because the teachers never like it. You never get anything. I mean, like, it's just...
And I just
shut the fuck... And then, like, you get, like, a good reputation with them if you don't shut... Like, they notice you if you don't talk whatsoever.
Yeah, and I got that a lot. And I mean... I do that even now in college. I still do that. It's like when people... I'll have a conversation before class starts, and then I just stop talking.
And if anything, I wouldn't like it if someone tried to talk
fucking
to me.
Paying, like, $500 a course.
It's like,
better shut the fuck up and let me learn. Shit, I'm not paying to hear you talk. I'm hearing fucking... I want to learn. Yeah. That's different, though. College is different.
Yeah, but I mean... No, I mean, well, yeah.
But I think...
I was going to say same shit, but I mean...
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's just how it was. But, I mean, like, I think the thing that I had going for me is just, like... I am social.
Yeah.
Like, only if, like, you get to... Well, now more than... Like 10
well, I think everyone, as you grow up, you get more. So, for me, definitely.
I think, but I don't know if I've said it on the show before. I think what it is just as you get older, you just start dropping the shit.
Yeah.
Like
the BS.
You just start. I mean, like, because I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of block in most people's heads where they're just at a certain age, they're just like, I can't talk to them. They're different than me. But after a while, you're just like, you just drop the shit, and then you're able to just like, you drop the shit and then you shoot it with other people.
Yep. No, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
No, I mean I agree, and as you grow older, obviously you've had more experience, all that good stuff. Yeah. I mean, how many times have we said, if I knew now what I did in high school, it'd be totally different. Yeah. You know what I mean? We say that a lot of, it's not just us two, but everyone has that feeling. That way. It's then if you mention that to someone, like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But I mean, like, and it's the same thing as like, you don't want to. Sometimes you're just like, I wish I could have like some kind of like a portal to see, like a what if episode to see if I could just go back, like just fearless and just like I don't give a fuck about you. You're some fucking kid, like with that mentality, and just like see what those 4 years would be like. Like I wouldn't want to change anything in my life now.
No, I wouldn't either, because it makes you who you are. You know,
what
how it would be different.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like, and the thing is, I feel like everyone's life would be. Well, not everyone. There's also always some exceptions, but I always feel like it'd probably be worse. You wouldn't meet the people that you meet, and then like I feel like the people that you meet instead wouldn't be better. It'd just be all superficial because they just like it just because.
Not real friend. Yeah, it's more of a. It's a wonderful life kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you change your life, but it's not the same. Like you change your life for the better, but you miss your old life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jimmy Stewart.
Back on topic?
Kind of, not really. No,
I mean, like, I was going to talk... No, I was saying, like, what about...
Well, I get... Okay, so I think it's... The main reason that it's becoming more mainstream, let me actually...
Nail
it. Two things. One is the accessibility of media now is absolutely ridiculous. So you can... It's not as... You can actually enjoy what you want to enjoy. And you can find... You're more open to different things now. Yeah. As opposed to... Let's say when we were growing up, if you didn't catch this one show, then you wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? And like you can now with the internet, you can do anything. You can, YouTube, all that shit.
Is that?
I don't know.
Amazing.
That was my. I don't even know what it sounded like. What was I saying? I don't.
With the internet, you can do anything. Media's made it easier.
Yeah, it's just made it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the internet has allowed for people, and especially for people that have, and I can attest to this, people that like don't have a lot of social skills can find friends on the internet because they also don't have the same. Not all of them.
Especially through like online gaming,
especially like Xbox Live, MMOs, that kind of stuff. And I can attest to that because it's a lot. I mean, it's just, everyone's. What's the word I'm looking for? No, I don't want to say that. It just seems that it's more accessible to everybody. I guess what I'm trying to say is like. Oh, have you seen this? Let me look.
Like a culture. They're coming at it like, like blockbuster movies now.
Yeah,
and I think it's starting to scale back a little bit with certain companies.
I think so. I think it is as well.
Because there's starting to release a lot more of those. Because blockbuster titles aren't selling the way they used to, and I think it's because of like stores like GameStop and shit like that. And maybe to a point Amazon, but I fucking love Amazon.
Yeah,
GameStop can suck a dick to me. I'm not gonna get on that.
Let's not go there again.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But I mean,
I know you're feeling on.
Yeah, but I mean, with that, like they start releasing like these small like social, especially like the Japanese companies. They start releasing like these small like apps, like these small little social games like Farmville, or like they put out like an Angry Birds type, game for Android phones and shit like that. And I mean, like those are like making like. Those are making them like some revenue.
Buku bucks.
That word.
You don't like that word?
No,
I don't either. I just wanted to say it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you. Now I'm going to use it all the time because you don't like it.
You don't like it either.
I know.
But you love using it. I just
like you to see you squirm. That's all.
But I mean, like those are starting to add like those small like little, Android games and stuff like that are starting to make them. Revenue to fund like their big blockbuster titles because they're starting to like lose a lot of money on those because people just aren't.
It's just not the same. I mean, they're still making money.
But they're not buying them the way they're supposed to. They're buying them used, or they're waiting a while. Or
wait till they get them later. And I mean, and that's the second thing is I think there's a lot more money. And at the same time, the blockbuster titles are down. I think that it's the accessibility. I still think there's a lot of money in it. Obviously, if you have, depending on the title, of course. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I imagine like Halo 4. Fucking, I would say on the first day, probably like 60 million copies, if not more than that.
Is that a viable number? Is that a reasonable
That's like
number?
I think that's a pretty legit. I don't know exactly, but just think. Okay, even if it did, let's say, 1 million copies, $60 a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's 60 million right there, and it rivals, depending on the production costs, like
what they put in to make the game.
What they put in to make a movie, like movie. You know what I mean? Like in contrast.
Like, yeah.
And I'm all over it. I'm not making my point clear. What I'm trying to say is that I think that there's still, you're right, it's not as popular, not that it's not as popular, but it's not as profitable as it used to be because of
no, it's
like
GameStop. I'm saying it's still popular, just not as profitable.
Yeah, exactly.
If I said it the opposite way,
that's it. No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying there's still a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's not as much money as there is in movies, but there's still money in it.
No, that's why they're doing what people are probably trying to call like shady business tactics. But I mean, like I think it's just protecting your investment. Of like, if you get like a game that has like a pretty strong campaign, and they also have like a multiplayer, aspect to it, and they have like a voucher in it.
EA.
If you buy it new.
EA does this.
Yeah. I think EA does it out the ass. They were probably the first one to do it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to use that voucher, enter it in to be able to play online.
Yep.
And that's how people feel they get their money's worth, because campaigns are usually short in games like and in certain games like that. And so to me, like the vouchers make sense. They're just trying to because people are just buying them used, and
see, like to me, and
they
there's
need
always,
to make that if they buy it used, that money doesn't go back to them.
I use the same kind of argument for music as well. People are like, oh, music should just be free for everybody. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, those artists are trying to get paid. And this kind of makes
that love stuff can only get you.
You know
so
what
far.
I mean? And like they need to get they want a paycheck too. And they're they're not sellouts for wanting to get money. In my own opinion,
everyone thought that.
And it's like, yeah, they're gonna release it for free, but at some point, they gotta pay bills too. And I feel it's the same way, and that's why there's like piracy, shit like that for music and all that kind of stuff. And the same for games. It's just like those vouchers. To me, it's smart. Like I see it as like a business thing. It's smart because if people want to play online, you gotta fucking pay for it.
Yeah,
and I think that's a lot of people like EA, but they do that.
But it's not even paying for it. It's just like it's like if you buy the game from us for that full 60, or if it goes down to like if the MSRP goes down, like if you just buy it from us and we're getting that money back, you get everything that we included with it. It's not even like playing for it online really. It's just like you buy it from us. We're giving you everything that we feel you're supposed to get in that experience. You get that single player and you get that multiplayer experience. It's just like, but if you buy it from like some third party guy, all you're getting from us is just that
single player.
All you get, just that campaign. You're not getting like that online experience, and I totally get that. The one thing I don't get when it comes to like certain like DLC and vouchers and stuff like that is when they make you pay, and some games have done this. They make you pay to see the ending. Like they release like these DLC episodes for.
I don't agree with that at all.
To see just to get the ending, and I'm just. I think there was a game like episodic DLC where it's just like you put in all that time, you pay that $60, you put in all that time, and then you get to like an inconclusive ending, like it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just pay for? And then you read in like a magazine or you read online that in the coming months,
business.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. It's just
not even that. It's just like and it also maybe makes the development team look bad. Of just why would you release like what most would consider an incomplete game?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like there's no good about it. People, not necessarily going to buy it because they're going to be so outraged at the same time that you would even think of doing that. I don't agree with that at all. That's terrible.
But people also like want to crucify like day one DLC. I understand day one DLC.
I don't like it, but I do. Like I think we've had this conversation too. It's like to me, if you're gonna release a game and you're gonna have day one DLC, just fucking have it in there. I understand like it depends like on a case to case basis how long it's been out. Like how long it's been shipped. If that's the reason for it, I'm totally fine with it. But if you're trying to nickel and dime me for fucking DLC, just because it's like if you like, what am I trying to say? If you know beforehand that it's not going to be done. Like I think some companies will release it, not necessarily for free, but a lot cheaper than a lot of other companies will.
Yeah, but I mean, like with the GameStop thing, it's usually like if you just pre-order it, it just comes.
Yeah, I mean if you do that right, but I mean I just don't like that, and I get it's like little like okay multiplayer stuff especially, like the little you're talking about like the if you
but like the multiplayer stuff, I'm just like I don't give a fuck.
Character skin, it's like I get that it's a little incentive to go to their store as opposed to the other, which is again it's not a terrible business thing, you know, it's a good business idea, and it works I guess. I don't know what the numbers are, but
but I mean, like
I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
Like the main thing with me, like day one DLC, is just like I understand it because after a certain point, like people just maybe even 60-hour games. I'm not like that. I'm not that disciplined. But I mean, like some people can just like
it comes and goes.
Plow through it in like maybe a week tops. And then, you know, after that, sometimes there are, like, DLCs that come out, like, months afterwards, and then, like, the game's just not even relevant. Like, when they do, it's, like, a little bit too late. The game's not even relevant to you anymore. Like, sure, you loved it and you want to maybe go back, but, I mean, like, the story in that doesn't have, like, and that DLC might not have the same impact.
Yeah, no, and it's a hit or miss. And it's one of those things, you know.
It's one of those things you get, you're just always going to be like, yeah. But, oh, wait, do we have enough time for Comic-Con?
Yeah, I might as well talk about it.
Okay.
Because we've been all over the map anyway. So. Well, we still, I mean, it's still, and I guess to like finish that segment, it's 45.
Okay.
Finish that segment, I would say one of the main reasons that it's becoming more mainstream again is because of the accessibility, especially just the popularity of video games in general.
Yeah.
Just how popular everyone's
really
playing. And it's just really accessible now. And not necessarily playing Xbox or anything like that, but like you said, like just an app on your phone. Playing Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Words with Friends, whatever. Those are still technically games. So, I mean, it's just the accessibility of it.
Yeah. They're everywhere. Like,
they're going to be everywhere, and they're not going to go anywhere.
They're a thing. Totally a thing.
Well, yeah, I mean...
But I mean, like, they still try and shove it in the closet like it's a
little bit,
nerd thing. But I mean, like, everyone does it.
Yeah. It's hard for me to find people that don't.
Yeah.
Well, especially at our age, it's a little different, I think.
Yeah, because we're, like, the new generation coming up. We're going to be, like, fucking in our 50s playing video games.
Yeah. That's what I've always said. Yeah. All my fucking hands can't grip the controller anymore from arthritis.
Yeah, also with the music, we're going to be, like, fucking 6-year-olds that are, like, bands that make her dance.
Get down, old people.
But
I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad at you. This was a classic. So I don't know what the fuck you're listening to now.
No, I don't even
That's
know.
scary. I can't even think of what future music would sound like.
Who fucking knows, man?
It's so fucking weird. They keep joking that it's going to be fucking beeps, but I mean, like, who knows?
Who knows?
But Comic-Con, that's become like I think the whole thing with like the whole nerd thing coming mainstream, I think it's because it's marketable to a certain point.
Okay, what do you mean?
Okay, think about...
Bands make her dance.
Okay, Disney... That's just in your head. Disney... Okay, when Disney bought Marvel... Well, I mean, like... Well, never mind. Okay, just Marvel... in and of itself, because, like, Disney... The whole Avengers thing, I don't think that had anything to do with Disney. I think, like, even though Disney bought Marvel, like, they already had plans in motion for all the Avengers and all those movies and set up.
I got you.
Like, I mean... Oh, no, that's a bad example. Okay, well, think about Comic-Con, how now it's just, like... it doesn't even really have to do with, like, comic books as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure...
It's more of I'd say it's more of just a media in general now.
Yeah.
More so than just strictly comic books. It just feels that way.
Yeah. It's not even like... It's pretty much like almost not even... Like maybe over 50% of the stuff there is not even comic book related.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might be stuff that are... things that are... Properties that are turned into comic books down the road, but I mean, like, they don't start off as comic books. Yeah. Like new shows that they pitch and stuff like that, new movies that
it's just another... I think it's lost its way, if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Maybe just... Yeah. Possibly just a little, but I mean, like, I feel like it's the same audience that still goes there.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah. I'm not saying I think the audience is still the same.
Yeah.
But I think that... I would agree it's more... Not strictly comic books anymore. It's more just media in general.
Yeah.
And not, I mean, there's still certain things that they're not going to have there. Like, they're not going to have fucking Jersey Shore there. You know what I mean? They're still going to have...
Still going to be, like...
It's still going to be closely related, but, I mean, somewhat... If it's somewhat related, then they're going to still have it there.
Yeah. I can't remember what my point was with this. I had, like, a whole thing, and I can't remember...
Whoop! It's gone.
Just gone. Can't remember shite. But, I mean, just how it's become more mainstream. I mean, Comic-Con. It's just... I think movie execs... Just they try. I mean, like they make movies to pander to that audience because they know that they will buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
They know that they will buy it. I mean, like it might get flamed in the community, but they know that they'll get enough people to go for that first taste.
Yeah,
and then and then give it a scathing review. But I mean, like and they're starting to see that like comic book movies are like a viable resource. Like fucking that Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Brilliant setup, and then it grossed
so much.
Oh, like wasn't that over $1 billion?
200. I don't know what the final numbers were.
But I mean,
I
like,
just remember the opening weekend was like over 200.
It was up there, and I remember when we went to see it, like we saw it in like maybe late afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
We come out
before the night, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even on a Friday or Saturday. It was like fucking.
No, it was Friday.
Was it? It was like just a weird time to see it. I
we just went a little earlier because we didn't want to get.
No, wasn't it like the week after though?
No, we wouldn't have waited a week.
We wouldn't have.
There's no way we would have waited for Marvel.
How did the guys see it before us then?
They saw the midnight showing. They saw the midnight showing. We went Friday because I had to work
the next day
because we both had to work or something.
Oh, okay, but like and then like that line was like fucking outrageous. I've never seen that much.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
But I mean, they're starting to see that it's and like that's why DC's probably like their Warner Brothers is probably trying to get that whole Justice League movie off the ground, and then they started. Okay, like Nolan. Okay, this is the thing with Nolan. Like he did the whole Batman trilogy that everyone, Dark Knight trilogy that everyone loves, and now they got him on, Man of Steel, and I feel like that's just going to keep continuing, just because like they're going to keep playing it safe and not let any new blood in.
I could see
like
that.
If somebody's just like proven, they're just going to be like Nolan's proven. He's Snyder's directing. He's going to be like creative consultant. We're going to get Goyer to do the script, just like he wrote, with Nolan on, the other script for the Dark Knight trilogy. And then if
you don't want to first, I got you.
Yeah, so I need not say no more. But I mean, like,
yeah, shut up. Get the flesh blood in there.
Fresh blood.
Flesh blood. I can't talk. I don't know
say ours.
Fresh
blood.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me today.
Flesh brood.
Who?
No, but I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I think it's more. It doesn't feel like they're making stuff for us. It feels more like pandering at times. That makes sense.
I felt like Green Lantern was pandering.
Maybe I'm being a cynic.
A little bit of cynic in you.
Maybe
you sound like a little bit of a cynic.
No,
right
but
now.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see this shit, but I'm like, there's sometimes. I'm happy to see it happening, but sometimes maybe I'm more of a champion for like not a champion, but more of like I'm more into the animated shit because I always feel like in my head, like it never fails. I always feel like if anything, they do it right. They show me the stories that I always want to see.
The way I always see it is like,
especially DC.
You can't like if you fuck up on movies, people remember. If you do animated, you have more freedom.
Yeah,
because with movies, you're very. Because it's so much money.
It's so formulaic in Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's like you have to have it. Yep. We can't have this being shown because of that. And even though like they go around like maybe great stories. I mean, like there's a million Superman stories that they could probably do, but Man still looks pretty fucking great. But or like that they could easily do like a Wonder Woman movie based off any of her like story arcs, but they're still like that's not. Am I bothering you?
No, just like what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just tossing around. I'm just thinking. Or like, what was that? Wonder Woman? Fucking Flash movie. I have a script in me for like a good Flash movie that would be like semi campy, not campy. No, fuck campy, because Flash is with him like his personality is already too campy. But I mean like. I could write that script, and it's just weird that no one else has even. It doesn't feel like they've even tried.
Well, I mean, it's not. Maybe they haven't tried. It's just they haven't been able to get the go ahead for it because maybe they're taking too many chances.
Probably have they probably.
I'm sure they've got shit tons of. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's just weird that execs like sort of like these executives that sort of.
I just know I've heard stories.
They have no understanding of the medium, and they're like making these. Calls like if they like maybe try to put like a creative team that like maybe understood and tried like they could have like these brilliant stories that people like the mainstream audience like people that don't even read comics would fucking love and maybe get more people in the comics and get more people to just read more
I mean, you get some of that. I feel like J.J. Abrams with Star Trek. I always think of that. That's like you. He made that movie not for Star Trek fans. He made it to get fans more
of Star Wars into Star Trek.
And I mean, there will always be some movies that are some directors. Once you prove that you can do that, they'll give you more freedom. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just
that's probably what. Yeah, right.
It's just tough. You know, it's a business thing, and business sucks, but it's money, dude. I mean, in the end, it's their money. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying like they're fucking idiots or like they don't know what they're doing. Well, okay, I did insinuate.
You did insinuate that,
but like there's certain people that come to my mind, and I'm just like, you don't know what you have. You don't know that you have like this great treasure chest that you just won't open.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like you got so many things that you could just like do that you just won't. And I think I can sort of understand like that. Because I'm not in that position. That I can say that so flippantly, and I'm just,
yeah.
Like maybe it was me, I would be more guarded, but I mean, like,
I got you.
Well, yeah, let's see.
We sound like a couple of nerds right now.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Boom.
We should be on that reality show. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
No, but you got to read them the text now.
Oh,
the rape text. Just use different names. Don't even.
I'm just not gonna use names.
Okay. Say how are you gonna do this?
Just let me do it.
Okay.
Just while I do a filler of something.
Hey, did you guys know that in the opening theme, that's me with the high pitched voice? Cream. That's right, me. I do. I'm dying. What are you doing?
I'm fucking pulling it up.
Okay, I got more in me. Panda bears are nature's fatty raccoons, except not really, because they're not gray.
They don't have tails either.
They don't have tails.
Where should I start from the beginning?
'Cause, senorita.
Okay.
No bandit mask. What? Black eyes.
What do you think? Okay. So there's this. Okay, so we're having a party tonight or whatever, and there's a friend that texted me, and that person so happens to have a significant other, and apparently that person is bringing another person,
a friend of hers,
or his.
Now you're just gonna confuse people.
Dude.
You're insinuating
the other guy is like. Okay, so basically,
send him a text or like send
me a text about this chick that's coming, and it says. Said, haha. She said if she's already on your... I just like how we're doing this. I don't even want to do this.
It's funny. Just fucking do it. Just say it. I love it.
Haha. She said if she's already on your bed, just to kind of push her to one side and make your move. Don't let it be a rape thing, though. Just passing along the message.
So yeah, that is...
Followed
Send a
by,
message like that.
Followed by no less than a minute later. Also, the ice was completely melted, but the last bag on top.
Yeah, like he didn't even say that shit that he just said. That was a rape thing, folks. Mine was not even... was just like a bit that I thought of. Well, it wasn't really a bit. It was just like me thinking about my old self when I just be drunk. It's just like, when I'm drunk... Like, when I'm drunk, I'm like sort of like... rapey, but not like I would rape someone. Sort of like I'm like I have weird body language that like insinuates. Like my hand, like that involves my hand and my crotch, and like me grabbing it and like moving it like furiously. Yes, Josh.
Oh, I don't know. I was letting you do your thing over there.
You had a total face.
Oh, well, I've already heard this, so it still sucks. But
now I'm self-conscious and don't want to tell it.
That's too late. You already did.
No, but I guess that was it for this episode. It was a good episode. You give me a signal. No, you give me the sign to like wrap it up. I was already doing it, you bitch.
I know. Like I was like, oh shit. Anyways, that's our nerd episode from a couple of nerds.
Yep. Join us next week where our topic will be
something.
Oh, what the audio cut out. I'm trying to tell them the topic. It'll be...
sometimes you're just not funny.
That'll be next week's topic, everybody. So, for this week, he's Peaches.
I'm Peaches.
I'm Cream.
He's Cream.
And,
follow us on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I gotta... there's something in this water. It's gotta fucking...
Just stop it.
Fine. Suck a milk, that bitch.